The Legacy Experience has been brought to you in part by Sage, Cortland, Islander Precision Fly Reels, Suffix, the world's most hardcore fishing line.
This is the Great Bear Rainforest. This is a protected area of about 200 miles, isn't it?
It is. It's 8 million acres.
8 million acres.
8 million acres. It's 5 times the size of Banff National Park, twice the size of the Serengeti.
Unbelievable.
It's that large.
What you're going to see over the next 10 episodes is all the different subject matter to do with saltwater fly fishing if you want to take up this very exciting hobby. Let's start with show one that we covered was leading points off that amazing Calvert Island.
Sure. Calvert Island is an incredible place. Holds lots of fish. The points, and again, it kind of comes down to hydrology, is that water's moving back and forth of those points. We're going to find the bait fish go to the lee side, and then we're going to find coho, salmon, the chinook even, back behind that. They're going to stack underneath that bait, and they'll seek protection. So it leads to a lot of things. One, we got moving water in there that we can fish. You're going to have the protected side of those bays that'll have kelp in them. So you have those points. We're fishing a leading main point, but you're also going to have the points in between. Each time there's a point and there's a pocket created, we're going to have lee water in there, and the coho are going to hold right in there.
You can see when the Pacific is like a lake, how much of this lake is like still waters. Just these fish have all that ocean vitality. This is to the backing twice. Unbelievable. There's no other fishing like this. That's why it's so rewarding. In my opinion, Legacy Lodge, where it's moored in Darby Channel, near Pendleton Island, is one of the best base locations nestled in the Great Bear Rainforest to do this incredible sport of saltwater fly fishing for salmon. Chrome bright fish. July 15th it starts. Today's all about that early season fishery. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. Yeah, about the same year class. Oh man, that was wild. He just, okay. These fish are on anchovies. As that fish got closer, I just saw him spit up an anchovy. And what's amazing is after messing around with these early migratory, early season salmon, finding out what bait they're on. And the anchovy was exactly what you'd expect. Classic Rhys Davis size. This is summer paradise. No doubt about it. You see that fish at the surface? You can't figure out what's going on. Well, thank you for the little indicator. It's good to know what they're eating. There you go. It's incredible. These fish, just to see that anchovy, you don't usually get a chance to see exactly. When you're catching and releasing these fish, it's not like still waters where you can use a throat pump. But when they regurgitate just a little bit of bait in their last little bit of battle, it gives you just a prime indicator exactly what you want to be fishing. That's a classic early season anchovy pattern. I think in this episode that you guided me into, I've never actually seen this before, tight inshore kelp pockets. And that might sound, well, in the past people have fished kelp off 100 feet offshore, you know, in 60 feet of water. This was actually fishing 2 feet off the bank, dropping those clousers on dry lines. You can fish them, or chucking 225 grain. Yep. This is so unique to this area.
It is, and it's a great way to fish. We ended up in the lee side of that point, and back there in those small pockets you can have the kelp. Now the salmon are migratory in nature, so they're predators. They're opportunistic feeders. Big fish will sit back in that kelp just waiting. They may be resting, but he's sitting there and he's ready to ambush.
Oh,
Where is he?
What?
He's gonna come out the end of the rocks.
That is completely awesome.
That is so cool.
I've never seen that before. It just keeps heading towards the shore like that. But it's actually 60 feet the other way. We got to rip through this kelp with a line. Come on, baby. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? Phil, these waters, man, are unbelievable.
Aren't they fun?
There's no other word for it.
Love how he hit that thing.
Came out of nowhere. Look at this thing. Wow, it's nice to have someone running the boat,
hey,
man, that knows what they're doing. That's awesome.
See if we can get him out of there. Scare him out of there.
See where he is? I got to get around this kelp. There you go. Don't try that at home. Yeah, we're free now, buddy.
Good job. Move back out of here.
Yes, it hurts. Oh man, that was awesome. I'll remember that take for a long time.
Wow.
Now these waters, Phil, are, I just can't believe it, 18, 20, 25 feet of water, shoals to go out just where they should. Beautiful white shoals where you can mark bait. I wonder if this one of these beautiful northerns has moved in. Oh yeah. Oh,
I don't think you're finished yet. Oh, nice fish.
Well, look at the bloody size of it. This thing was waiting in the kelp, man.
Yeah.
This is an ambush feeder. Oh my goodness, this fish is over 12. That was really cool being guided into that fish. I enjoyed that immensely.
That was fun to watch him blow up on that thing. What a take it was.
I love this saltwater fly fishing. It's a lot on gut too. You know what I mean? Feel.
Yeah, it is. Knuckles.
Yeah, and sore knuckles. Oh, come on, baby, yeah.
Look at that.
See what Phil's doing here? He's actually working the fish out to the deep, so we stand more chance of landing it. They love sparse flies here. Like, I've never seen anything like it.
That's a solid 12 pounds. That's a nice fish.
Nice. Holy cow, we're only in July here, man.
Think he's finished here?
Oh, no. Oh. Oh, yeah, baby. We got to get this fish just a little closer. I'm with the owner of Legacy Lodge today, Phil Dawson. And we're in the revered waters of Fitzhugh Sound off Calvert Island. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to tell you. This is... You see the size of this fish? It's actually ambushing like a Chinook would. Oh, I've never seen that Chinook behavior on coho. Big northerns up at Rivers Inlet. We're off Calvert Island. Isn't that a bar? Unbelievable.
Here you go.
Man,
What a beautiful buck. Look at that.
if you get the chance to come out to Legacy Lodge, Phil, this is a heck of a brace of a fish. Oh, thank you for that incredible battle. What a bar crow. See you, buddy.
Nice job, Mark.
Oh,
Great job on the kelp. Nice job.
Bill, you've
That
got
was
some,
impressive.
You've got an incredible lodge here. Incredible.
Thank you. It's fun. Fly fishing is brand new on it.
Yeah.
The fish are here, they're accessible, and have that kind of a quality of fish on the fly rod.
The pinnacle for me is dry fly fishing for salmon in open salt water and using dry lines. In this segment you're about to see, we're fishing a beautiful inshore pocket kelp, casting dry lines, letting clousers drop down, a few quick strips, and there's those big male fish again, just smashing these fish 1 foot under the surface. It's the pinnacle for me. It brings me back year after year.
Absolutely. It doesn't get any better.
And I want to fish beyond it and those pockets. And there's a nice little piece of water I don't want to miss there. Just drop it in. Now with this new Cortland trout boss, in order to cast these new fast shooting distance heads, you do really want to try to roll out the majority of the shooting head. Even at that point, there's still shooting head, 65 feet of it. And that's how they're getting their big distance casting lines. So that's the whole head out. So to punch it, you could take it just one haul and put the whole line out, keeping in mind that that 65-foot portion must be nearly out the tip of the line in order to get that forward punch when you're hauling on your back haul and your forward. So there's the line there. I can still feel the shooting head portion, the weight forward line, but it's just so simple. Once it's out, the whole line just goes out really easy. Oh yeah. I'll take this whole fishing in tight for silvers even further. If you find shady points and kelp, they are literally getting out of the sun. Oh yeah. Wow, all big northerns. Oh, spectacular fish. Can we get one more of those? Oh, There he goes. Do you notice how all these fish are in about the same year class that we're finding in the kelp like that? Very exciting. We're seeing smaller fish buck on bait 100, 200 feet out, but these big bad boys are right in tight. Wow, that's a nice fish. Dry line fishing for silver salmon on the fly. This is as good as it gets. Unbelievable. And I love when you're fishing those shorter 9-foot leaders down to a 20-pound tippet, that the extra confidence you get in landing these big fish. Wow. Incredible, buddy. Look at that big, thick northern. Whoa, just perfect. Look at that fly, just. Look how thick its back is. Just powerhouses. We've been in Rivers Inlet today. Some of the best saltwater fly fishing grounds you'll find anywhere. This is just, these are all big wild fish. Isn't that an incredible fish? Big on bright fish, saltwater fly fishing for salmon. Unbelievable. Just gotta get that hook out. Single barbless, little tiny clousers. There we go. That one's pretty shredded. But that's what they're eating. We'll see you, buddy. You know, one of the questions I'm sure you get asked, and I get asked quite a bit, is, you know, what is the most popular fly pattern? If I could really load my fly box up with stuff that's really going to work, you know, I think we'd both have to agree that the invincible clouser, the Bob Clouser pattern, has revolutionized saltwater fly fishing. East Coast, West Coast, the bringing together of US and Canada in the 20 years where this sport of saltwater fly fishing has, you know, gone to where it is. That's what I'm going to say. The clouser, unbelievable. Would you agree?
I would agree. Yeah, I tie the clouser all the time, and it's just a little bit different here. Here, you know, we've got a very thin. It's a minimal tie. We don't want it too thick. Varying colors. You can see, you know, I've got longer flash in this one. I like to tie it articulated, you know, with a small gammy on the back. Keep it buried. But the clouser, by far, I think is the best fly here.
Real sparse in the greens and the blues and the grays.
The white.
And in the white with the medium barbell eyes. Incredible. Have a look at this segment. We're going to fish them. You can fish them on either the 225 grains up to 325 grain. The professional series, Cortland lines, fish them real nice. On an 8 weight on the 225 grain, up to a 9 weight when you're fishing 325 grain and up. And then, of course, on dry lines, which is just, it's the pinnacle of saltwater fly fishing. Have a look at this segment, fishing the invincible clousers on the Legacy Experience. Today we'll be talking about one of the most effective flies ever designed, and that's the clouser minnow. Oh, I just love these fish. It looks like the northerns have moved in. We're starting to move into mid-season fishing. It's towards the end of July. About my favorite time when the big northern silvers start coming in. Absolutely fantastic. If you haven't tried saltwater fly fishing for salmon on the west coast, specifically British Columbia, the waters we're fishing today are around Calvert Island, and the lodge we're staying at is Legacy Lodge, which is kind of a key base off Darby Channel. Oh yeah. Oh man, it's definitely one of the best spots in the world for saltwater fly fishing. I don't think Bob Clouser could possibly know how one fly pattern could be used by so many fly anglers in salt water for so many different species. Simply the most unique, versatile fly that can be used on dry lines, 175 grain, 225 grain lines, right up to 400 grain lines. Let's let this beauty go. There he goes. And as you can see, I've added a piece of 12 to 15 pound Suffix Invisalign to a very small Gamakatsu octopus black. And it's perfectly measured to the end of that fly so that any short biting, they've got a tendency of missing the hook. They're going to hit this stinger hook every time. Thanks, Phil. I appreciate
Mark,
you helping us
you.
put the series together. It's just a dream to have saltwater fly fishing just like this in the Great Bear Rainforest that you can come out and do. I hope you enjoy the series, Saltwater Fly Fishing, the Pacific, the Legacy Experience. We'll see you next week.
The Legacy Experience has been brought to you in part by Sage, Cortland, Islander Precision Fly Reels, Suffix, the world's most hardcore fishing line,